Hello.
Then. Now.
Countdown to the queens.
Episode number 500.
Forever.
Looks like hell froze over.
Without any more further ado,
Together.
let's jump straight into the show. Hello, back to episode number 85, I believe, of the TEW IX Challenge Run. We're here for SmackDown for Friday, the 20th of December, 2024. This is the final episode of SmackDown of 2024. And, yeah, it's the big Chase U and Learning Tree, competition. 5 matches tonight. 5 Learning Tree versus Chase U matches. The winning stable. Well, I guess the winning stable doesn't survive because the Learning Tree survives regardless. But, Chase U lives or dies whether or not they can win tonight. And, yeah. And also set for tonight is Sami Zayn against Ricochet for the United States Championship in the opening match. Plus, we're going to hear from Bobby Lashley, the new World Heavyweight Champion. So yeah, without any more further ado, let's jump straight into the show. We start in the ring. The MVP, Ricochet, Ronnie, and Damon Kemp in the ring. MVP there goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final WWE SmackDown of 2024. And of course, this episode of SmackDown is the best episode of SmackDown for 2024 because for far too long this year, jokers, pretenders have been walking around on the Hurt Business show, carrying around the World Heavyweight Championship. For the longest ass time, the Hurt Business had to sit back and just watch as fake-ass champion after fake-ass champion got out here and ran around like they own the place. Well, they don't own the place. The Hurt Business owns the place. And we proved that just last month when Ricochet became the United States Champion. And tonight, he's going to prove it even more when he retains that United States Championship in our opening match. But more important than Ricochet, ladies and gentlemen, please get on your feet and rise. Because after 18 long, hard, grueling years in WWE and in the professional wrestling industry, please welcome the World Heavyweight Champion, the almighty Bobby Lashley. Out comes Lashley in his suit, championship around his waist. He's looking like a fucking stud. He makes his way to the ring. He gets into the ring. And he stands there, arms folded with the World Championship around his waist. He says, "Take a good, hard, long look at this World Heavyweight Championship. Take a look, Xavier Woods. Take a look, Swerve Scott, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Ilya Dragunov, Sami Zayn, anybody else on this show who thinks they've got what it takes to ever sniff the World Championship ever again, because this right here is as close as you're ever gonna get to this championship, because it ain't leaving the waist of this almighty Bobby Lashley." Now, with 2 championships down, that means there's only 1 championship left for the Hurt Business to claim total dominance over SmackDown, and that's those WWE Tag Team Championships held by Pretty Deadly. Now, Pretty Deadly have an upcoming championship defense in 2 weeks' time against the Motor City Machine Guns. Rest assured, Damon Kemp and Primetime Ronnie Hughes are going to be watching that match very closely. But tonight we celebrate the almighty Bobby Lashley. Tonight, we watch as Ricochet does generational work in this ring. And 2025 will be the year of the Hurt Business. Because this year we proved that we do run this yard. And next year we're going to continue doing what we do best. And what is that, Bobby? Lashley takes the mic and he goes, "We hurt people." That's when Sami Zayn comes out. He goes, "Wow, Bobby, I'm starting to get worried for you. You've always been somebody to be looked at as a world champion here in WWE. It took you long enough. And now here you are, finally the World Heavyweight Champion. It took you 18 long years, but you finally did it. You've proven to everybody that you do belong at the top here in WWE. And I've had to face similar situations. Obviously, you know, you and I are a lot different. You're a big powerhouse. I'm a small underdog. But we face similar situations having to fight our way to the top. And I'm going to be a champion again one day. Because the Hurt Business, they may run SmackDown right now, but I'm going to take a championship from the Hurt Business. And I'm going to do it in a minute when I defeat Ricochet to become the United States Champion. And he sort of glances over at Lashley, like looks down at the world champion around his waist. And MVP sort of like notices Sammy looking down there and goes, "What's your dumb ass looking at? Okay, you couldn't even beat Ricochet for the United States Championship. Yet here you are, eyeing up the prize around the Almighty's waist. Sammy, you're a good little hand around here, boy. But times are changing now. Tonight, the Hurt Business era enters full swing, and you're the first victim when Ricochet, well, he doesn't really hurt people, but he gets stuff done in that ring. Okay? Now, if you'll excuse us, we have some stuff to do backstage." And that's when the Revolution appear in the ring. They get the jump on the Hurt Business. You know, Nebo and Rufus take down Damon and Ronnie. Buster starts swinging for Bobby Lashley. Lashley starts fighting back. He like tosses Buster away. Buster comes back swinging, trying to fight Lashley. And then Ricochet hits Buster Gates with a low blow, takes him down with that recoil. And the Hurt Business and the Revolution fight off. So there's nobody at ringside for Ricochet and Sami Zayn, United States Championship match to kick off the night. It's a 96. There we go. It says after MVP interfered. That's not what happens because MVP's not around. Ricochet hits him in the balls again because he's a dickhead. But yes, Ricochet does retain. 1844 for 630. A 94 for Ricochet, 83 for Sami Zayn. But yes, Ricochet coming out on top here tonight, keeping the Hurt Business era afloat here on SmackDown, for now at least. Then cut back. Kayla Braxton is with the New Day. So then my guests at this time, Big E, Kofi Kingston of the New Day. Now, E and Kofi, last Saturday night, things didn't exactly go the New Day's way. Xavier Woods lost his World Heavyweight Championship to Bobby Lashley. And it was because you, Big E, threw in the towel on Xavier Woods. And he goes, "I know, it was my fault. A lot of people have been throwing the blame at me, Kayla. I can tolerate it because I'm a big boy with thick skin, but it's a situation I don't envy and I don't wish upon anybody. Watching your best friend, one of your brothers, in that ring, and you know he can't win. So you gotta make a choice. Do you save him from further harm, or do you bite the bullet and get him out now? The pressure got to me, Kayla. I made the right choice, I believe, for Woods and for the entirety of the New Day, but obviously he's frustrated with me and Kof, and we haven't been able to get in contact with him for a week. But, you know, the New Day, one hardship doesn't get us down. You know, we stick together through thick or thin in the last 10 years. So, I'm sure he'll come around." And then Drew McIntyre walks into the frame, he just starts laughing, he goes, I knew it would happen eventually. Finally, that little rodent, Xavier Woods, is out of here. Okay, you know, Kofi and E, we've never really seen eye to eye either, but thank you so much for doing what you did, getting that championship off Xavier Woods and getting him out of this place, just like I did when I took care of Swerve all those weeks ago. Now, it's a bad time to be an ARP of Drew McIntyre, let me tell you that. But, Kayla, don't need to be talking to these guys, you need to be talking to me right here. Because I've got the most important announcement to make tonight. With Swerve out of the picture, everybody else out of the picture, Bobby Lashley, the World Heavyweight Champion. I can beat Bobby Lashley. So, ladies and gentlemen, right here tonight, I, Drew McIntyre, officially am the first man to declare my entry into the 2025 Royal Rumble match. And I'm going to win that match. I'm going to go on to WrestleMania. And I'm going to take that World Heavyweight Championship from Bobby Lashley. Or maybe I'll take the WWE Championship from CM Punk. Or maybe I'll take the ECW title. Who knows, Kayla? The choice is mine. after I win the Royal Rumble. We then cut backstage. The Miz approaches the Labyrinth again. And he goes, "Hey boys," and they go away. "Okay, Miz, listen here. You wasted 3 weeks of our time to try and set us up for a trap, okay? You used us to try, to take us out of the picture. All you did was kill 3 weeks of our career while we could be fighting for the World Tag Team Championships. Now the Machine Guns got that shot that we could have earned, but we didn't because you lied to us." Miz goes, "Well, lie is a bit of a stretch. I personally think that what we found was great treasure for everybody to enjoy." Then Drake Chambers is like, "Well, Miz, since you think it's so funny, we need to get back into the game. So how about in 2 weeks' time, we take on you?" Miz goes, "Well, you can't do that. I don't have a partner." And I'm like, "Well, find one." And then Miz goes, I don't. It's not as easy as just finding a tag team partner." I'm like, "Well, it should be. There's plenty of people in the locker room. Why? What's the issue? Just because you're so insufferable, no one wants to be your friend, doesn't mean it's difficult to find a tag team partner." This goes, I have friends, okay? So yeah, you're on. 2 weeks' time, I'll find a tag team partner, and we'll have a tag team match." So yeah, 2 weeks' time, next episode of SmackDown, the first SmackDown 2025 actually, the Labyrinth will face off against The Miz and a partner of his choosing. 86. Get Io back out there. She get her back in action. She beat Shotzi in 12-17 with a moonsault. 87 for Io, 70 for Shotzi. Yeah, just a nice little match. Io's out there with Kairi and Asuka, obviously. Asuka recovered from her attack last week. And now they're celebrating when the 3 healthy members of Queendom Omega that aren't Utami get the jump on Asuka again. Mainly. The Megasis attacks Asuka, takes her down. And then Kairi and Io try and fight her off. That's when Syra and Julia get in. They even the odds. And then they leave the Queendom Omega Alpha girls, I guess, laying. And then they all walk out. Megasis holds the championship up high. And obviously at the request of Cammy after what Asuka said last week about, wanting a title shot. Speaking of title shots, we then cut to, clip of Dakota, in her house. She's taking a breather, she's celebrating Christmas and shit with her family, whatever, at her home. And we hear a knock on the door. And then she's like, "I'll go get it." And it's Candice. And she goes, "Look." She goes, "Candice, what are you doing here? Okay. Well, I'm busy at the moment." She goes, "I know you are. It's just, can I just make a couple of minutes, please?" And she says, "What?" Just, "Look, I'm sorry about Saturday night. You've made me. I've apologized for a lot recently, but I can understand why you think I was in the wrong on Saturday night, because I was. Io, I can't let her get that championship back. It's not something I can do. But I should have realized that if she was out there to help us on the night, she wouldn't have become the champion. You would have, and then the championship isn't on either Io or Utami, which, is the ideal, but a Christmas miracle, in fact. But I let my aggression get the better of me, and it ended up costing you a championship. So you should be stood here, the Women's World Champion right now, but you're not, because of me. And I goes, "Well, it's great you finally owned up to your mistakes. Shit happens." And Cass goes, "But here's the good part, okay? So, obviously I felt guilty about everything I did. So, I went to go speak to Adam Pearce, during the week." And the guy goes, "Oh, really? What did he say?" And Cass like, "Well, we both came to an agreement that it would make a lot of sense for you to get one more shot at the Women's World Championship. But, and here's where you're probably going to get angry at me. obviously, Cyber Sunday is coming up. So you can't just get a women's championship opportunity. You've got to be gifted it by the people. And there's got to be more than one option to get the championship opportunity. And then Adam Pearce said, who else do you think should possibly get it title opportunity at Cyber Sunday? Dakota goes, and what did you say? She goes, well, I didn't want to say Io in case, people voted her in because they all believe in her bullshit. Dakota goes, so who is it? And Candice goes, don't get angry. It's me. Because of course it is. There it is. Okay, he goes, no, it's look, I'll get everybody to vote for you. Like, you can get 100% of the votes for all I care. It's the only thing I can think of that isn't, gifting Io a title opportunity. But I tried to be nice, and we'll make sure you get in. Okay? I guess. Fine. Okay. Yeah. Thoughtful. Maybe not thought out, but thoughtful. Merry Christmas, Candice. Oh, they dap up, they hug, and then they leave. And it fades into a shot of Kayla with Cammy backstage, and Cammy just watching with a big smile on her face. Okay, goes, and now we're standing by with Cammy, the representative of the Women's World Champion, Utami Hayashishita. And I understand you've got something you want to say about, what you've been told about Cyber Sunday earlier on tonight. She goes, Kayla Braxton. Were you any good at math growing up? She goes, yeah, I was okay. I wasn't great. I don't know if a lot of people were. She goes, but you passed first grade, so you can work out that 1 + 1 does not equal 3. Okay. And typically for Cyber Sunday, if we're doing these voting polls, there's 3 options for a championship opportunity, and I only saw 2. It can be Dakota, it can be Candice. Well, who else could it be, Kayla? That's where I had a little talk with Nick Aldis, and he agreed with me. And he said, yeah, that's odd, we can't have every other voting poll for Cyber Sunday be 2 and then, or three options, and then this one be 2 options, so we had to go have a third option for Cyber Sunday's World Championship match. But we both agreed that nobody else deserved the shot. Okay, well, Asuka does, because she basically, we both agreed that nobody else deserves a shot. But fear not, because I came up with a better idea. So yes, at Cyber Sunday, Utami Hayashishita will defend the Women's World Championship against either Dakota Kai or Candice LeRae. Or she can defend the World Championship against both Dakota Kai and Candice LeRae in a triple threat match. And Kayla goes, why would you volunteer a triple threat match? Does that not make it more likely for Utami to walk out without the championship? And Cammy just laughs and just goes, not when you think about it long enough. And she walks away. But yes, there's your options for the World Championship match at Cyber Sunday. Utami will defend. Will it be against Dakota Kai? Will it be against Candice LeRae? Or will it be against both in a triple threat match? Then come backstage to Pretty Deadly, Tonya Breeze. Guess what absolute horseradish I've just heard from Adam Pearce? Apparently, we've got a WWE Tag Team Championship defense against those Motor City Machine Guns in 2 weeks' time on the first SmackDown of 2025. What have they done to deserve it? I beat whichever one of them it was I beat last week, okay? They're both the same guy, basically. I don't keep track of it, but what have they done to deserve a shot? And Kate goes, Ellie, calm down. It's fine. We've proven that we are the greatest tag team here on WWE SmackDown, and we're going to keep a hold of these WWE Tag Team Championships because we're the greatest team here on SmackDown. Then maybe after that, our star will continue to rise. 2025 will be the year of Pretty Deadly. 2025 will be the year Pretty Deadly the musical finally hits the big stage, and we'll do so as the WWE Tag Team Champions. Then see Duke Hudson and Gorilla. He's up for the first match of the Chase U X Learning Tree series. Andre takes that gas and goes, "Okay, Duke. You've always been a loyal Chase U soldier since the summer you came over here. You turned your summer vacation into a permanent role here in Andre Chase University, and tonight is the biggest night in the history of Chase U. We need to get ourselves back out there. We need you to kick the ass of that traitor Bodie Hayward. Send him back to the Learning Tree bottom root where he belongs, because he's a footnote in Chase U history. He won't be there for the glory days of 2025 where Chase U is back on top, Duke. And you know who's going to get us there? You are, Thea is, Haley is, Hams is, Shane is, Keith is, and I am, Andre motherfucking Chase. What's our name? Chase U." And out comes Duke Hudson for his opening match of the Chase U vs. Learning Tree series. He faces off against Bodie Hayward, the traitor of Chase U, and it gets a 58. And it is the big man Duke who picks up the win in 8:56 with a lunch cutter. 60 for Duke Hudson, 37 for Bodie. And yes, chalk one up on the board for Chase U. They score the first win of the series. 2 more wins, and Chase U is free. We then see Neville in a pre-tape video in his dark room. And he's, well. It seems that a certain large vowel understands the purpose of what we are doing here. Biggie, perhaps I was too harsh on you. You did the right thing on Saturday. Sure, your friend, your brother, Xavier Woods. You cost him the World Heavyweight Championship, but trust me, it was better that way. Because now you three can reflect on everything that you've done, and everything there is still yet to do. And watching Xavier Woods, his passion crumble, his positivity fade, that's what I like to see. As a bastard myself, someone who used to be just like you, it's better off this way. I'm just hoping that maybe one day you two will see the light, and this power of positivity facade that the New Day is preaching can finally die. Then cut back to the Hurt Business. MVP, gassing up Ricochet, goes, "There we go, Ricochet, what did we tell you?" Okay, they said you're going to be out of the place in the Hurt Business. They said, "Oh, Ricochet, he's a geek. He don't fit in with the Hurt Business. We took a chance on you, kid, and you're proving us right. We weren't even out there tonight because we had those Revolution boys breathing down our neck. But it's fine, because we don't need you out there, because Ricochet is a generational talent. There ain't nobody else down here. They call you the one and only for one reason, Ricochet. That's because it's true." And now the almighty Bobby Lashley is World Heavyweight Champion. Soon, the Lethal Weapon Damon Kemp and Primetime Ronnie Hughes will beat the WWE Tag Team Champions. And that is when the Hurt Business era will kick off. 2025 is our year, boys. We hurt people. And then Ilya Dragunov is just there again. He glaring a hole through Bobby Lashley and MVP. He goes, "What's this dumbass looking at? Did you not learn your lesson last week, boy? The Hurt Business will smack you into the ground if you look at us like that again." And then Bronson Reed also appears on the other side. And he just stares a hole through Ricochet. And Ricochet starts him and goes, "Get a load of this guy, huh? Done nothing since the Cyclone broke out, while I've been off to become the United States Champion and win match after match after match, while this guy, he sits there in the background crying. Aha!" And he walks off. And then Ilya and Bronson Reed just like look across at each other. Then look back at the Hurt Business as they walk away. No words exchanged, but they both share the same idea. Oh! 78? Okay, that's probably going to be the best match of the whole series. The Learning Tree tie it up. Aussie Open defeat Shane Reynolds and Keith Lee. Kyle and Rogers pinning Keith Lee in 13:01. So it's now one win apiece The Learning Tree have got their first win on the board. 75 for Brad Sawyer, 72 for Kyle and Rogers, 75 for Keith Lee, 53 for Shane Reynolds. But yes, it's now evened up. The Learning Tree getting their first win. Obviously, probably to be expected considering Keith and Shane aren't really an actual tag team, whereas Aussie Open are. We then cut backstage. Andre Chase is watching on the monitor, and he goes, "God damn it, Keith. You know, I know we weren't going to win them all, but God damn it, Keith. You need to get your heart back in it." Okay, that's not the spirit that's going to keep Andre Chase University alive. That's when Jericho flies in off screen. He takes a bat. He takes Floyd the bat to the back of Andre Chase's knee, you know, crushing his knee. He keeps like a wail on the knee of Andre Chase backstage, and Duke and the girls run into frame, like try and fend him off. But Jericho then just walks away, just laughing to himself. He goes, "Bye guys, good luck tonight." And Andre Chase is back there holding his knee in pain, like punching the floor. Can he go? We then see Asuka, Io, and Kairi in Adam Pearce's office. And Pierce goes, "I get it, girls. I get it, ladies. I get it. You know, Queen of Omega continuing their attack on you earlier on tonight. I don't like it either. But it's okay. I've got an idea. Cyber Sunday, we're going to see the next round of Queen of Alpha on Queen of Omega. But which one of you is going to compete, we don't know yet. But I will give the fans, we'll give you 3 options. Io, we'll see you at Cyber Sunday. Will it be you against Julia one-on-one? Or will it be you and Kairi against Julia and Yoko? Or will it be all 3 of you against Julia, Yoko, and the Megasis? Well, that's out of my hands. The power's in their hands. Whatever they want to see will happen. They will make it official. 76. I'm actually quite glad that did alright. Yeah. Morgan defeats Hams in a singles match using the ropes for their bridge. So the Learning Tree go 2-1 up. Yeah. 67 for Morgan, 78 for Hams. They apparently had no psychology, but sure. But I'll take a 76. Between these 2 former tag team partners going at it. And yeah, the Learning Tree currently lead. They need 1 more win to shut Chase U down for good. And, if that win comes from Zeta and Kaya beating Fear and Haley, then we don't even have to see Jericho and Andre Chase. But as it currently stands, yes, the Learning Tree are 2-1 up. The Revolution have also, met up with Ilya Dragunov and Bronson Reed backstage. I go, well, Survivor Series didn't exactly go the way of the Anti-Hurt Business Squadron. Sorry, Bronson Reed, I know you're on that team there, but it's true. When you walk around here thinking you own the place, you're going to make up after up after up after up. You took us out for a couple of weeks, a couple of months ago. Now we're back for hours. I don't even care who I'm going to get my hands on. I'll take Bobby Lashley. I'll take Ricochet. I'll take Damon. I'll take Ronnie. Any of them, bring their ass to me and I'll serve them up a big silver platter of a big fat L. Ilya Dragunov, you took out his tag team partner. Just as me and us and JRKO were getting on the same page, you took Randy Orton down. Obviously, Bronson Reed, his tag team partner's in your ranks. And sooner or later, he will crush that little dweeb underneath a tsunami. But just because you don't see Drew McIntyre, and you don't see the New Day, you don't see Swerve in our ranks, doesn't mean we don't have what it takes to beat your ass. The Revolution have not yet been champions here in WWE, but that's about to change when old Buster Gates is going to rip that United States Championship out of the cold, dead hands of that bald-ass bitch geek, Ricochet. Or can I call you Trevor? Because that suits you more for the little bitch that you're being right now. And Bobby Lashley. Somebody else wants a piece of you. And Ilya Dragunov sort of steps in, just heavily breathes. And he goes, You took away my tag team partner. You took away a legend of this industry that I respect. And you think that you dominate SmackDown and that nobody can step up to the Almighty? The Almighty's never faced the Mad Dragon. And I will come. And I will take your championship. Quick Mercy Machine Guns promo. I talk about their careers. They go, everywhere we've been as a tag team over the last 20 years, we've been on top of the division. We win gold after gold after gold. Japan champions, TNA champions, WWE. Well, we actually already have been champions. But it didn't last for too long because Pretty Deadly were a pair of pretty cowards and cashed in their money in the bank to take those championships from us. And they've been ducking the Motor City Machine Guns since they became champions. But that ends in 2 weeks' time when we finally get our shot to get our championships back. And we ain't gonna waste it. Because this time, there's no Mr. Money, there's no money in the bank to save you. There's no money in the bank to stop this tag team division from being overruled by the same tag team that's overruled every tag team division they've stepped into for the past 20 years. See you next week, boys. 57. Chase U get one back. Thea and Haley do pick up the win. Thea Hale pinning Kaya Sane in 8 minutes and 40. So obviously Thea, she sort of orchestrated this. And she got the win. So, yeah, big win for Chase U. So we will come down to the final match, which actually is kind of a worry for Chase U, because Andre Chase did get attacked earlier on tonight. 60 for Thea, 55 for Haley, 27 for Kaya, 37 for Zeta. And yes, Thea Hale have a nice win to keep Chase U's hopes alive, at least for now. Speaking of, we then see Andre Chase backstage. He goes up to Duke. And she goes, Duke, how you feeling? He goes, I'm feeling pretty good, Mr. Chase. Nervous, but pretty good. You sure you can go out there tonight in the main event against Jericho? And Andre Chase goes, actually, well, I've come to speak to you, Duke. I don't. Jericho took me out. I can't wrestle on this knee. It would be suicide for not only myself, but for Andre Chase University. Duke goes, so what are you going to do? You can't just quit. Chase U don't quit. Andre Chase goes, you're damn right we don't, Duke. That's why you need to do it. Duke goes, me? He goes, come on, Duke, you already won one match tonight. You want to get your hands on Jericho just as much as I do. Okay? You're all I've got. If you say no, then Andre Chase University dies. But if you say yes, sure, the odds may be against you, and it may be too much, but there's still a chance we live. Duke, what color is your blood? He goes, it's red and black, Mr. Chase. It's great. How long did you spend saving up all that money to buy those stocks in the learning tree? He went, far too much, Mr. Chase. It opened up a bad hole in my mind I didn't want to open up again. I thought I was free of, but I did it for Andre Chase University. And he goes, and who is going to go out there, save Andre Chase University, beat Chris Jericho's ass, and bring Chase U back to the people? Duke goes, I am Mr. Chase. I'm going to do it. He goes, attaboy, Duke. Chase U, Chase U. So Duke will step in for Andre Chase in our main event. He will face Chris Jericho. He's already beaten Bodie once tonight. Can Duke save the day? But before then, we have to run down our SmackDown card for 2 weeks. The first episode of SmackDown for 2025 will feature 2 tag team matches, or at least we think, provided Miz can find a friend, which, may be asking too much. But yes, the first being a WWE Tag Team Championship match. The Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, will challenge Pretty Deadly for the championships, coming off their rematch after Pretty Deadly cashed in Money in the Bank to rip their championships away from them after just minutes a couple of months ago. Plus, another tag team match, The Labyrinth, taking on The Miz and potentially a partner of his choosing if he can find one. If he can't, I guess it's just a handicap match, but quite frankly, Miz deserves that because it's The Miz. So, yeah. No one's going to be crying that The Miz gets faces off in a handicap match, if that is to happen. But, moving on to Cyber Sunday, we've got 2 big matches set for that show. The first being a Women's World Championship match. We heard from Candice that she pitched for Adam Pearce to have herself and Dakota Kai be the options for the World Championship match, but Cammy added a third. So Utami Hayashishita will defend the championship at Cyber Sunday, either against Dakota Kai, Candice LeRae, or both in a triple threat match. Plus, the next Queendom Alpha and Queendom Omega War will take place. The options being Io Sky facing off against Julia in singles action, or Io Sky teaming up with Kairi Sane to face off against Regina Del Mondo, Julia, and Yoko Uehara, who will be cleared in time for the show. Plus, the third option being Io teaming with Asuka and Kairi against Julia, Yoko, and the Megasis in a 6-woman tag team match. 76th rated main event. And it's free. Duke Hudson overcomes the odds. He beats Chris Jericho in 30 minutes and 20 with a lunch cutter. To save Andre Chase University. Chase U is back. Duke Hudson, he put it all on the line when he bought the rights to the Learning Tree. Thea, she played a key part in it as well. She got her win tonight. But it is Duke Hudson, the man of the hour. The hero of Andre Chase University. 2 wins for the group here tonight. And Chase U is free. 63 for Duke, 69 for Jericho. And then the final shot of SmackDown for 2024. Chase U come out. I imagine we've actually got like a bunch of plants backstage, like in Chase U gear. They rush out. They all get into the ring and they hoist Duke up into the air, and they start like throwing him up, like that, like they do with managers when they win the Champions League. They start tossing him up in the air. Duke Hudson saves the day. Chase U is free. What a night and what a group. SmackDown will see you all in 2025. 77. Yeah, I knew this show was going to score bad because obviously it was built around Chase U stuff. And it was filler for everything else, basically. But yeah. What matters more, though, is what you thought of the show. You all loved it because Chase U is free. And yeah, I'll see you on the other side for Velocity. Velocity kicks off an 83. Dudley Davis and Zachary Ben-Shahar go at it for a banger. And yeah, Dudley Davis picks up the win. He pins Zachary Ben-Shahar in 16-12, a Dudley device. 91 for Dudley, 71 for Zach. Dudley's still scoring great. He lost to Kevin Owens, but he's definitely someone I do need to try and find something for. He's fallen to the wayside recently, which sadly happens with the ECW people a lot. Like, it was Wes Lee last year. Now it's Dudley. Like, because it's only 2 hours, I refuse to make it more than 2 hours, but some of the people on the roster end up just sort of slipping through. But it's fine. Dudley he'll find something to do eventually. I did like the Chill guys, but RVD wouldn't be around every single week, so who knows. But then after that, Dudley does have something in his immediate future because Cedric Alexander is watching backstage. He goes, "That Dudley Davis, huh? What a kid. He's been the future of this industry for as long as I've been employed here in WWE, and that's 9 years next year. So let's see if you can finally put that future potential into reality. 2 weeks time, Dudley, me and you, first Velocity of 2025, Cruiserweight Championship on the line. Let's see if you can get what it takes to defeat the Cruiserweight Classic, or if you're going to be the next of many people to fall to the wayside in my reign." 70 rating. I wanted to test something here. So I just grabbed 4 guys from AAA. Started them in a 4-way. I put high spots on it. I haven't done high spots. I wanted to see how it did. I guess 70 for the highest performing wrestler is a 70 as well. Is pretty good. But I can't compare it, so I don't actually know. I just wanted to see if it would work. But yeah, nice little lucha showcase. Neon defeats El Elemental, Star Black, and Futuro. Neon pinning El Elemental in 1350. So 70 for Neon, so I did pick the right winner. I didn't know who the best performer was out of all of these. So yeah, Neon, he was the right winner. 60 for Futuro, 54 for Star Black, and for El Elemental. But then after the match, out comes David Martin. He says, "Ladies and gentlemen, Lucha Libre Showcase here on Velocity." That's the sort of stuff you get when you tune into Velocity. You get some of the greatest American cruiserweight wrestling in Cedric Alexander. You got some of the greatest Mexican wrestling, including, Neon here and the rest of our AAA Lucha Libre stars, plus the current tag team trio champions, also Mexican Lucha Libre stars. You've also got Japanese youngsters. I believe they're called junior heavyweights. Guys like the War Dogs, they're not Japanese, but they were trained in the dojo. Guys like Hanzo and Hideo. And then, of course, you've got British strong style. Guys like me, Dudley, Zachary Ben-Shahar. And that's what the best sort of wrestling is, because you may be fast, Neon, my boy, but you ain't as fast as the Speed Champion. Okay? And in 2 weeks' time, the first Velocity 2025, I'll give you the chance to prove it. I'll defend the Speed Championship against you. Let's see if you are as quick as you look, okay? Because I am. So yeah, another championship match set for 2 weeks' time. David Martin doesn't defeat Neon. He faces Neon for the championship. And a 71 rated main event, coming off Gabe Kidd versus Roosh last week. Dan Maloney of the War Dogs takes on Jorge Santana. It is Jorge who wins 13:57 by pinfall. I should probably shake these up. I've noticed, just right now, the build up to these trio championships matches is always 3 singles matches against the champions, and it's usually always Jorge, Santana, and Roosh win, Santos loses, all that shit. But actually, no, that's not true. I think Rouge lost to Gabe Kidd last week. So yeah, Jorge does win against Dan Maloney. 73 for Jorge, 45 for Dan Maloney. So yeah, obviously the War Dogs are next up for the championships, but that won't be in 2 weeks' time because I don't want to do a War 3 title match on the same episode of Velocity. So that'll probably be in 3 weeks' time. But yes, that ends Velocity, the final Velocity of 2024. Gets a 72, sure. Neon was overused, sure. What matters more is what you thought of the show, mainly of SmackDown. Do let me know in the comments below. I'll see you next time for Raw, which will be the 30th of December episode of Raw, because we're taking the week off. So yeah, see you for the next time. I'll see you will be December 30th, 2 days before the new year. See you then.